Hello, everybody. It's me, Fengwen here, and today I'm going to talk about the reason women are still being taken less seriously than men. 1. What does Mary Ann Sieghart mean by the authority gap, and why does she believe it still persists in modern society? Um, the authority gap is the amount of recognition that you or another person actually gives a person, like how you judge your friend, or how you take how seriously you take your teacher, or things like that. Yeah, that's the authority gap. And Mary Ann Sieghart believes that it still persists in modern society because there are some researches that show that there is like some there are some reasons that causes that women are taken less seriously than men. In what ways might cultural stereotypes about gender roles contribute to women being taken less seriously than men? Um, like in some cultures, aren't just as intelligent, or they can't do as many things as men. So in those cultures or places, men would be taken more seriously. How do everyday behaviors like interrupting or overlooking someone's contributions reinforce the authority grab in professional settings? Well, let's say um you were like in a teamwork activity, and then you just like interrupt someone when like they were talking. It would actually show that you were like overjudging them, and you weren't taking them seriously, and that would just reinforce the authority gap and the way you judge them. Or maybe overlooking someone's like contributions to your team, that could actually reinforce the authority gap. Why might women feel pressured to balance authority with likability? And how does this affect their leadership opportunities? Well, women are actually really scared of being judged. And when there's like an authority gap between people too, they would have to actually balance how people like them and like how they're judged. So it would actually affect their leadership opportunities because they're like too scared, or maybe they feel like they are not welcomed, and that would lower their opportunities. How do societal expectations about confidence and competence shape the way we perceive men and women differently? Well, when a man does something um like interrupting a woman, then sometimes people mistaken it for confidence. But when a woman does it, some people think that, oh my god, this is just like the competence because she feels like she's not good enough. So it would actually like shape how we perceive like men and women differently. Can you think of examples, either in the workplace or daily life, where women's expertise was questioned more than men's, and why? What was the impact? Well, um, when I was like in an activity, and my friend, which was a girl, she like answered a question that was given by another classmate, and then most of students didn't actually listen to her. But when like my other friend, which is a boy, when he answered that question just a little bit longer, he is actually like taken more by my classmates. What role does language play in reinforcing or dismantling gender bias? For instance, why might the same behavior be described differently depending on gender? Well, just as I said, the differences between like the gender could actually shape the expectations about the confidence and the competence. So with like the same behavior but different gender, people would actually take it like more seriously or less seriously. How might men benefit from narrowing the authority gap? And what can they do to become more effective allies in the process? Um, when you just like narrow the authority gap, then men would be like much better in their mood, their health, and like there are many things that the men's could actually benefit from, and they could do many things. Like if someone was interrupting a woman, they could actually say, wow, that was a really good idea, but could you wait, I want to listen to the woman first. Then there are many things that men could do to actually close the authority gap. How can education and early socialization be reshaped to reduce the authority gap for future generations? You could encourage like thinking and preventive ideas to like this young girls, so and the boys too, because it could actually shape like their realization about the authority gap since they were small, and they wouldn't actually just strengthen that gap when they are like grown up. Okay, thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.